Well, at least the first hour wasn't all that bad, was it? I'm John Ritlin with my review of WWE SummerSlam. We are 13 days away from SummerSlam. You will never see it coming. Ha! Phrasing. This show, yeah, it was messy after the first hour, but I'll tell you why I like the first hour here in a bit, even though if you watch the show and you want to hear my opinions, you probably can guess what I really enjoyed. So we have Samoa Joe hosting, or jousting if you will, a contract signing between Seth Rollins and Haley Joel Stereo, aka Dominic. I'm going to soften up on my rage towards Dominic, as I know he's just trying his best. I just don't ultimately think this is going to work like they think. It is kind of funny, though, that he's going to be at, in his first match at SummerSlam 15 years after the whole, custody of Dominic ladder match. Where the fuck was Vicky? God, Eddie was so pissed that night. I don't blame him, because they badly timed that whole run-in. So, he hosts his contract signing. I don't know why the match is happening. I think they are kind of rushing it. I don't think the storytelling between Ray and Rollins necessarily warranted Dominic coming in. But you know what? If he's been trained and if he can succeed, fine. Still don't think it's going to work. But Joe runs down Rollins like, why are you attacking the kid before he's even had his first match? All this. And then Rollins, greater good, all that, Messiah, Rollins is sinking his teeth into this character. There are also people that feel that he is in the top 10 of performers in the world today. I don't think so, but I'm not going to deny that Seth Rollins hasn't been really good, but that's my opinion. Anyone else wants to feel that he's in the top 10 or even the best? That's you guys, and that's great. Dominic says some stuff. He does say he's going to avenge his dad, all that and everything. Has the kendo stick with him. And then, Rollins says, bring the kendo stick, bring every tool you have. I want no excuses when I beat you at SummerSlam. Maybe it's going to be a kendo stick on a pole match. Maybe it's going to be, Rey Mysterio's eye on a forklift. Maybe it'll be Rey Mysterio's eye on a pole. There we go. Why not just do that? Why not go full-on New Blood Rising with this bullshit? So, we get Humberto with Dominic versus Rollins with Murphy. Humberto really has just become the fucking jobber. He got in some moves, but he got beat pretty easily, a stomp for 3. And then Dominic got caned. A lot. I mean, to the point where I'm like, okay, ease up. I was really enjoying this because it was nice to see. It was actually just as funny as watching Brock Lesnar toss around Dominic last year. I will say this, Dominic has taken these bumps and he has done this. I'm not showing respect to him necessarily, but I will show enough that, hey, if he's willing to do this shit, especially take that stuff, that was a bit much. I mean, they were laying them in, and obviously it's not, it's not pillow fighting. It's obviously not anything safe. You are going to get hurt doing this kind of stuff. But holy shit, he really got beat up. This better not mean that Dominic beats Rollins at SummerSlam, because that would be really fucking stupid. Really, really fucking stupid. But he did get the shit beat out of him to the point where he was almost bleeding. I mean, if you saw the pictures on social media, yeah, Dominic got beat up. That being said, I fucking found this hilarious. I fucking love this. But they beat him up for a long time. Then we get recaps of Retribution. The Antifa is killing me. I know that people aren't going to like what I have to say here, or at least some of you guys, but the parallels of what's going on right now with all the unrest going on, doing this kind of stuff that cuts close to the bone, it's as bad as what they did with Sergeant Slaughter aligning with, or becoming an Iraqi sympathizer when he faced off against Hulk Hogan. It was that bad. It's as bad as what they did with Muhammad Hassan. It's fucking stupid. It's not even going to really do anything. You got a bunch of weird people running around in, black outfits, black clothes and everything. Oh, they're fighting the system. What system exactly are they fighting? That's the question I have. What system are they fighting? Yeah, these recaps are fucking shit. Where'd the chainsaw come from, by the way? And then Zelina cuts a promo basically saying, I had nothing to do with Montez being poisoned. I got a theory about this after this next match. The flickering lights again, because, why the fuck not? Apparently, the electrical union just took a break, or decided to strike multiple times during this. So we get a Netflix plug of a show called Game On. I guess it's a crossover thing with the Big Show show. If you haven't watched that, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Now we get Dawkins versus Andrade. Not bad. Angel Garza did nothing to help Andrade during this, by the way. Bianca stops Zelina from interfering, and then Dawkins wins. And then, what was it? Like, Zelina and Bianca end up having a match next. They were supposed to have a match, I think, a little bit later, or whatever. I don't even think they formatted this show. The match wasn't that bad. I don't think Zelina is that bad in the ring. She was pretty good in Impact Wrestling. Well, it was TNA, now Impact Wrestling. I'm not saying she's a world beater. I'm not saying she's the best in the world. I'm certainly not even saying she's top 10. But I think Zelina is underappreciated. Now, were there some moves that were botched? Sure. They don't feature Zelina in the ring all that much. So without being able to, knock off the ring rust, you're going to get that stuff happening. And her and Bianca had a decent match. It wasn't great, but it was a decent match. It was certainly longer than the other women's match that they had, or at least one of the other women's matches they had. The KOD for 3. Then Zelina, however, during this match was like, I didn't do it. I did not hit her. I did not is bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. If you know what that's from, I love you guys. It was a terrible Tommy Wiseau impression. So yeah, KOD for 3. And then Angelo cuts a promo. It's going to turn out that Angelo poisoned Montez Ford's drink, easy for me to say, because he's jealous of either Montez getting the spotlight. I forgot who tweeted me that, but thank you very much if you happen to watch this. Or, my theory, he's jealous of the fact that Montez has Bianca. It's going to become a love triangle thing. Because Vince McMahon would do that. He would take a tag team, even if I'm done with the fucking Street Profits really being a legit tag team, even though I think they're talented, I'm fucking done with the act. I think the act is stale and annoying. And it's also jumped the fucking shark to me. At least they're a tag team you can buy into, or at least the vast majority of people can. But Vince McMahon would do this. He would break up that team for no fucking reason. And he'd break it up for the dumbest reasons, and that would pretty much kill off Angelo Dawkins ever having any kind of singles run. It would probably do exactly what, they did for Crime Time. Remember that? They had that strap match. 2 black men in a strap match. Oh boy, Michael Hayes must have booked that. And then Chad Gaspard, unfortunately the late, great Chad Gaspard, lost and then was gone. They're going to do this with the Street Profits, aren't they? I don't want to be right. So, we get the Hurt Business, man. They have, and then Apollo's here. At least Apollo was fired up. And then Apollo said, well, I couldn't show up. That was your boy that did that first. But it's okay, because it's not a white guy saying that. Vince was probably thinking this, though, even though he gave him that dialogue, or Bruce did. I wouldn't be surprised if Bruce actually wrote this, because Bruce seems like the kind of closet racist that, would justify this kind of stuff. Hell, he thought the Triple H Booker T storyline wasn't a racist storyline. Bruce, you red-faced moronic motherfucker. Paul Bosch is spinning in his grave looking at what you did to wrestling. Alright, anyway, so then Apollo throws a black couch wherever. It's black on couch violence. So there we go. This is a feud I really don't buy into necessarily, because I like MVP, don't get me wrong. He shouldn't be wrestling. He shouldn't be. He should be a manager. Get another person in there. Get Cedric in there. Get Ricochet in there. Ricochet Sine, in other words. But Apollo versus Shelton. Most devastating maneuver in all of professional wrestling. Surprise roll-up got the victory. Match wasn't bad, but, Shelton got the victory. And then footage of Retribution throwing a Luau cinder block right through the window. And then throwing another one through the same broken window. As, protesters or rebellious figures go, they aren't exactly the smartest. Maybe they couldn't see a goddamn thing through those freaking, eye holes they had. Or maybe they just couldn't be bothered to give a shit because this angle is absolute trash. And it is absolute trash, at least in my opinion. You guys like it, that's fine. This is an invasion angle. This isn't even as good as what they did with Aces and Eights and Impact. They eventually botched that up, but at least they had something going there. This is bad. This is really fucking bad. The LWO was better than Retribution, and that had some talent, but wasn't booked all that well. And then, alright, one person said down with the system at one point. I guess they weren't happy their Switch wasn't charged. And then Mickie is here. Mickie James has returned. She's in a backstage promo. Good to see her back after that injury. Here's Lana and Natty. I love Natty. Why is Lana allowed to talk? She is Sable 2.0, and I'm sorry, she is not worth the TV time they're giving her. Who threw up on Lana's dress? Seriously, it looks like a pile of Skittles. A pile of thrown up Skittles. Okay. I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why they're making Natty and Lana BFS. I guess apparently, and I sound so white saying that. I like Natty. I do. I think she's very good in the ring. If her and Lana actually are real life friends, okay, if they're happy with it, fine. It's not good TV, in my opinion, because I don't like Lana. But Mickie, if it gives Mickie something to do, fine. I would put Mickie in, a mid-card to, possibly a title program at some point. I would have put her on SmackDown, to be honest. And then there's Ivar or Hansen, the former Hansen of the Viking Raiders. Remember War Machine? Remember when the Viking Raiders, the War Machine, were actually seen as legit threats, and they aren't anymore. They are seen as jokes. They're seen as worse jokes than Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors in WWE. Remember that? They're just this. All they need is to be given a manager with a freaking dummy. All they really need to be, that's all they need. That's all they fucking need. Get Paul Ellering, get Rocco back, and that'll complete the complete tanking of the Viking Raiders. I know there's some people who disagree, and that's fine. I can't take them seriously. I can't take them seriously. I don't laugh at anything they do. I don't mind entertainment in my wrestling, but you know what? This wasn't entertainment. Also, some blonde is flirting with him, who looks like she should be doing 1-900 infomercials, like call 99 cents a minute or $1.99 a minute. She doesn't even look like she could do that correctly. Is that the same girl that was from The Bachelor? Why is she there? Why is this ditz here? Why? Why is she here? And then we get the Viking Raiders, Cedric and Rika Chasene versus the Ninjas with Tozawa. Cool. One of the Ninjas is also R-Truth. And after the match, rolls up Tozawa for to win the 24/7 championship, because we aren't allowed to have good things happen. The Ninja stuff is stupid. The 24/7 championship thing is stupid. Wrestling really has passed me by at this point. I'm just watching out of habit and for the good people that I like. Because I'm having to go back and watch some of the older shit just to enjoy it. So anyway, yeah, let's get to Drew. Hey, Drew's at least credible. I feel bad for Drew having to basically drag the entire men's division with him, because nobody else is being given anything good. But he's talking about, Orton and everything. Orton and Owens. If Owens beats Orton tonight, maybe it'll have to be a three-way. We'll get the Claymore, the KO Show, and the Viper all Human Centipede together. So we get Ruby coming to the ring with Liv, smiling as Liv gently scissors the ropes. So we get Liv versus Peyton. I got nothing against Peyton winning, but this match was so short it couldn't even register. And Ruby was trying to stop Billy from interfering, but ended up distracting, and then Peyton got the victory. So we're still getting this will they, won't they reunite and everything, deal with Ruby and Liv. Again, got nothing against Peyton winning, but it needs to actually be something quality. At least a 6-minute match or something like that. Like, what's the point of doing a 2-3 minute match? Raw Underground's back. And I hate it. After reevaluating my opinions, I hate it. I know some people like it, but why is Riddick Moss, by the way? Not even like, why is he here? Why is Riddick Moss? They don't know what they're doing with him. I mean, he's in good shape. He's a good athlete. But what the fuck? Asuka versus Bayley. And Sasha's there. Asuka has to win to face Sasha at, almost a Money in the Bank, SummerSlam. Well, Asuka won. Thank fuck. I don't care about this Sasha Bayley shit anymore. I know some people do, and that's fine. But it's drawn out to the point where the whole you ain't shit thing should have been where it started. Nope, they couldn't do that. And now, we can't stretch it out until fans come back, because without some idiotic people are being, we may not get crowds back for a while. Also, we may not get crowds back in general, at least until next year. And no, don't fucking drag this thing out till next year. Asuka locked for the win. Cool, whatever. Bayley lost. And then I don't know who the fuck she's going to be. Who do you think's going to win the SmackDown Battle Royal? It's going to happen with the Tri-branded Battle Royal. Rhea? Do you think Rhea's going to win it? Shayna? Think Shayna might jump to SmackDown and do it? I have no idea. Rhea. Let's have Rhea do it. I mean, her and Mercedes could have a good program if it wasn't for Robert Stone. Let's wrap this shit up. Arturo Ruas, or the former Adrian Jowd, was in jeans and beat up some guy. And then that Babatunde guy, whatever the fuck his actual name is, I didn't bother to write down. Shayna's here all of a sudden and beats up 3 women, fisting multiple women at once. That's a good talent to have. Then Retribution celebrates an overturned car. I don't know, Jeff Hardy was driving maybe. Orton versus Owens. Cannonball Garbage Day. That was basically the last 2 hours of this show. And then Flair attacks Owens outside. That damn, old patient, that old folks home, retiree just jumping out and attacking a Canadian. RKO over 3. I mean, it's not shocking that Orton won. And then Orton basically just decides to run down Rick. Rick, you're looking up, and you're looking up to talk to Reed, but Reed's not in heaven. He's down there in hell. He might as well have said that. He might as well have called back to the whole thing with Eddie and Ray, even though Orton didn't want to do that. He says, you wish, or I was the son you wish, or it's like, I'm the son you wish you had, or something like that. He ran down for being old, mentioned his coma. The Rick I know wouldn't have been in a coma for 31 days, and then It's like you like to hog the spotlight. And Flair was emotional, saying after I got out of my coma, I just want to tell the people I love them. And then we get a low blow and a punt with the lights out. Orton, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Yeah, they cut the lights out, and it's a good idea because, you know what, actually, this does, their last 2 hours deserve to have that taken out. I know that Rick can't take punishment, take bumps, and I'm glad they didn't do that, but it was just really bad. Oh no, they're messing with the lights. The electrical union took a break. It's our break. We're just going to shut the lights off. Okay. All right, we're back. Oh wait, the spot's still going. Shut off lights. That's basically what they did. I didn't like the last 2 hours. I didn't mind the first hour. There were good parts mixed in. This was certainly better than last week's, and it was a load better than fucking SmackDown. But anyway, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.